Good morning, friends. I am Sara-Jane Gage. I am a Kripalu Yoga instructor, a functional fitness trainer, and I'm here with you this morning and with the new Bedford Wellness Initiative for a 60-minute Gentle Kripalu Yoga class. Thanks for hanging out. This class will focus on our breath, our movement, taking things a little bit slower, feeling into the practice, feeling into our bodies and the moment. That said, with this practice, as well as any other time you practice yoga, please feel free to take what you need from it. At any point something doesn't feel right in your body or it's just not serving you, feel free to leave it, to take what you need, to modify, to back off, whatever you need to do to support you here. And so starting in a tall, comfortable seat, it doesn't matter how you sit. If you're on top of the legs, you'll get a little stretch in the quads here and the top of the feet. But if this doesn't serve you, you find a place that the legs do. We'll start with some upper body and some breathing. So go ahead and get yourself comfortable. Let me hit play on our music. And as you arrive in this practice, begin to deepen your breath, breathing in through the nose just a little bit more fully than your last inhale. Good morning, Annie. And then as you exhale, release it all out. Let the breath get really full for just a couple more breaths here, punctuating your arrival in this practice. And then as you inhale, next breath, rise the hands up overhead. Take a look at those fingertips to get really tall. As you exhale, drop elbows to shoulders, cactus arms. Inhale, rise high, gaze follows. Exhale, elbows to shoulders, cactus arms. Begin a flow here with your own breath, your own movement. Maybe getting a little more fluid as things start to open up and expand. Allowing your chest and the heart space to open up here as your breath begins to link with your movement. As you continue to breathe into the heart flowing here. Take your next few breaths to set your intention for practice. What do you need from this practice? Where is the focus? Taking one more round of breath. As you exhale, drop those hands down by your side, tented fingers, press the heart forward. Inhale. As you exhale, tuck the chin, hands come in front of the body, round the spine. Inhale, hands right back to your side, tented fingers, open the heart. As you exhale, fingers come right back in front of the body, tuck the chin, round. Take it a few more times. One more round of breath. As you exhale and round, pause here. Chin is tucked in close. Allow the head and neck to get some movement here. And only you know what movement that your head and neck are looking for. So it might be swaying, might be a fluid movement, or perhaps you bring the head over to one shoulder, take a little stretch, drop it down and around, bring it to the other side. Allow your body to guide you. You know what you need. Begin to make your way back to a tall, neutral spine. Drop the shoulders down away from your ears and move the legs so that they're long in front of you. But they're not there already. Come to your staff pose, your Dandasana. Sits bones are engaged. Keep those toes active to start, so they're pulling up just a little towards your face. You'll feel the muscles engage. And bring the hands right back behind the body. Fingertips point towards the buttocks. Lean in just a little bit, and then roll the shoulders down and back. Perhaps you stay right here, or you might actively press the heart forward even a little more to open the chest. One more inhale. As you exhale, active toes start to fold it forward right over the legs. There's as much bend as you need in your knees, especially if the hamstrings are really tight. Bend them plenty. As you inhale, get long through the crown of the head, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, long through the crown. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And then as you inhale, roll it right back up to that tall seat. Swing the knees around, find your tabletop pose. Taking as much time as you'd like to arrive here, but as you do, the fingers are wide. We're pushing evenly down through all points of the hands. Find neutral in your tailbone and core. Begin to tuck the toes, rise the hips up for down dog. Press your chest back towards your quads as you inhale. As you exhale, knees drop to the mat, sink back to child's pose. On your next inhale, rise up through table, coming back to down dog. Hips rise high as you press your chest back. Inhale. Exhale, drop knees to the mat, sink back to child. 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, rise up to that down dog one more time. Pressing your chest back towards the quads. Inhale. This time as you exhale, lots of little steps to get to the top of the mat. Forward fold. As you inhale, fingertips trace up the front of the legs. Find your shins and flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. 3 more times with your own breath. This time as you inhale, roll it up all the way back up to standing. Roll the shoulders down and back as you arrive. Find your mountain pose, rock it forward and back. Get even through the feet. Core engages, shoulders drop down. Inhale, rise high. Gentle back bend. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release hands to the mat, tabletop pose. Come into your tail wag. Hips flow side to side. Linking with your breath, so if you've lost that easy, slow flow of your breath, begin to move towards your balancing breath, your water breath. The inhales and exhales flow in and out, nice and even. Take a pause in your tail wag, find neutral. Tuck the toes, rise the hips up, down dog. Step big toes together. Maybe stop right here, or maybe that right leg rises high with your inhale. 3-legged dog. One more inhale. As you exhale, right foot steps forward to the top of the mat. Left foot comes to meet it, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Palms together. Exhale to heart. Inhale, rise high, gentle back bend. Swan dive, forward fold. Flat back. Exhale, release. Right back to table. This time, belly drops low as head and hips come high. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale, rise high. Exhale, push down and round. Find your cow and cat flow here. Creating that link between your body, breath, and mind. Allowing this to flow to be exactly what you need. If you'd like to evolve the shape, if it needs a wiggle or a pause, give yourself permission to take exactly what you need. Begin to make your way to that neutral tabletop. Core engages, pushing down through the mat with a micro bend in the elbows. Tuck those toes, rise hips up, down dog. Step big toes together. Maybe you pause right here. Maybe that left leg rises high. 3-legged dog. One more inhale. As you exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Right comes to meet it, forward fold. As you inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rise high, gentle back bend. Swan dive to forward fold. This time, hang out here. Find your favorite variation of forward fold. Hands are where they're comfortable. The head and neck are loose. The jaw is relaxed. Maybe there's a sway. Maybe it's still. On your next exhale, release the hands down towards your mat. As you inhale, they come to the shins, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands to the mat, your choice this time. Do you come back to table or do you step back to your high plank, your high push-up? Whichever you chose, fingers are wide, shoulders wide across your back. Breath flows like the ebb and flow of waves. One more inhale. As you exhale, shift forward, lower down. Find your baby cobra or maybe up dog. Hang out. As you exhale in this shape, the shoulders drop away from your ears. Just a little bit more. On your next exhale, lower down to the mat. Tuck your toes, rise the hips up. Down dog. Take a pause in down dog to pedal out here. Maybe there's even a wiggle that comes with the hips to get a little more stretch in this shape, in this movement. Take a pause in your pedaling. Press the chest back towards your quads as the heels drop down towards your mat as close as you can. Inhale. As you exhale, knees drop to the mat, sink back to child's pose. As you land here, breathing into this shape, take a pause and bring the mind back to your intention that you set for yourself. Revisiting and considering, how is this intention being manifested here? How is it being cultivated within this practice? Maybe even visualizing that intention, holding it in your heart space, breathing into it, sending life, sending oxygen and energy into this practice. On your next inhale, rise up, tuck the toes, find down dog. As you land there, no rush. Step the big toes together. Maybe pause right here, or perhaps right leg rises high. three-legged dog.
And if you're falling on the hard times, and you've got no one to call, put your hand up.
On your next exhale, follow the breath, right foot steps between the hands. Pivot that left foot down, rise up for side warrior. Sink in. Take your time as you land. Take an inhale, rise the shoulders up, creating a little tension with the inhale. As you exhale, plug them down, get a little taller through the crown as the shoulders stay down away from the ears. Check in with that right knee, making sure it's not creeping over towards center, so it's opening towards the little baby toe. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, windmill the hands down. Step that right foot back, down dog. And then looking to the top of the mat, lots of little steps to get to that forward fold. Taking a pause there to pedal out. Perhaps the pedal serves you, or you prefer another variation of forward fold. Explore. Investigate what it is that you need here. On your next exhale, release that pedaling. Inhale brings hands to the front of the legs, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rise high, gentle back bend. As you exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release your choice, high plank or table. Take an inhale here, a little bit fuller than your last inhale. As you exhale, shift over the hands, lower down, nice and slow. Inhale rises you to baby cobra or maybe up dog. Exhale, release to the mat. Tuck your toes, rise the hips up, down dog. Big toes step together. Maybe you pause here. Maybe as you inhale, left leg rises high, three-legged dog. One more inhale. As you exhale, left foot steps forward to the top of the mat. Right foot pivots, windmill up, side warrior. Take your time landing, finding your form. As you inhale, shoulders rise high, create tension. Exhale, plug them down, gaze strong over that middle finger. Left knee opens wide towards that baby toe. One more inhale. As you exhale, windmill the hands down, frame your foot. Step it back to meet the right, down dog. Look to the top of the mat, lots of little steps to get there. Forward fold. As you inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart. And then releasing hands down by your side. Drop those shoulders away from your ears. Step the feet just a little wider than shoulder distance. And I'm going to turn away so you can see what I'm going to do here from the back. I think you'll get a better view, but I'll turn a few times to make sure you see where we're going. So the feet are a little wider. Rise the hands up overhead to get tall through those fingertips. And then as you exhale, drop the hands back behind you. Left thumb down, right points up. Interlace those fingers and start to pull apart. Create a little tension there, bringing the hands back behind your head. Allow the chest to begin to open. You might lean in a little, pressing the heart forward. And options here, the legs can stay right where they are, or perhaps you choose to step them together. Let that right cross over left, and then pitch over for a little bit more of a stretch to that left side, lengthening out right. So just an option to build on if you're looking for a little more. On your next inhale, rise up through center, unwind it all, circle your shoulders out a few times. Starting with feet wider than shoulders. The shoulders drop down away from your ears. This time as you inhale, rise the hands up overhead, get really tall. Take it the opposite way. Left thumb pointing up, right points down. Pull those fingers apart as you bring them back behind your head somewhere, wherever it feels best in your body. Maybe you press the heart forward a little bit more and hang out right here. Or step left over right and then pitch yourself over to that right side. Give yourself a stretch through the left side. One more inhale. As you exhale, rise up through center, unwind it all. Come to your mountain pose at the top of the mat. And then circle the shoulders down and back a few times. Breathing into the shoulders, getting some movement. And then settling them, away from your ears when you feel satisfied there. Get even through the feet. And build this pose from the ground up. The feet root down, legs are active. Knit the ribs down so that the core is engaged, but everything is in neutral. Shoulders drop down, get a little taller through the crown. Take an inhale, rise hands up overhead. Gentle back bend. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release, right to tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Micro bend in the elbows. As you inhale, kick that right leg back behind you. Toes point down towards the mat. Take an inhale, press a little longer through the sole of your foot, so toes are flexed down, but imagine you're getting longer through your heel. And then as you exhale, drop that right foot over to the left side of your body. Take a look over the left shoulder at the foot. As you breathe into your side body, feel free to play with this foot placement. Find where it serves you best. On your next inhale, Slide the right knee back to meet the left in your table. Pausing for a tail wag of the hips, side to side. Notice the difference between the two sides. Pause as you come through neutral, setting it up once more. As you inhale, kick that left leg back behind you. Toes point down towards the mat. The hip is pointing towards the mat as well, as opposed to rolling open. Stretch even longer through the base of that foot as you inhale. Exhale, bring left foot to the right side. Take a look at it. Continue to breathe into the side body here. Maybe noticing the difference between the two sides. And then as you inhale, slowly slide that left knee back to meet the right in your table. Take a little sway of the hips side to side. Take a pause in that tail wag, finding neutral in your table. Start to walk the hands back towards your knees, but stay up high on the knees. Feeling free to support them if you need a little cushion, maybe folding your mat over to allow for that cushion. Or if you have a blanket nearby, feel free to grab that as well. Starting with knees in line with your hips, bring the hands right to the base of your spine. Heel of the hand right over those little bony facet joints there. Fingertips point down. Roll the shoulders down and back. Lean in just a little bit. And just like we started in that Dandasana, that staff pose, option to press the heart forward even a little bit more to allow it to open. You decide where you take this. Keeping the chin tucked just slightly to allow the spine to stay long behind the head and neck. On your next inhale, rise back up nice and tall on those knees. Swing the legs around in front of you. Find your staff pose. Sitting up nice and tall here on those sits bones. Pull the toes towards the body and then point them far away. Take that a couple times. Get some real movement in the feet and the ankles. Noticing as much as you can here as you breathe with that movement. And next time the toes point away from the face, start to fold forward over the legs. Find where this forward fold serves you. You might hold the toes there to feel a little bit of a different stretch in the feet, the legs. Or you might allow the feet to come to neutral, or even hold the toes up towards the face. On your next inhale, rise halfway up, find your flat back, get long through the crown. Exhale, fold. fold. 3 more times with your own breath, getting long through the crown before folding forward over the legs.
I've been burning up for ways, and I'm still learning how to pray and how to guide. On my balance in reflection, and my perfect imperfections, what's right?
This time as you inhale, rise all the way up to that tall seat. Hands come back behind the body. Roll the shoulders down and back. Press the heart forward. You can hang out right here. Or if you have a reverse plank in your practice, perhaps you start to rise the hips up, moving towards that reverse plank. Just an option. On your next inhale, rise up through center, finding neutral. Pull that left knee in towards the body. You can stay right where you are. I just want to turn so you can see where we're going here. So pulling your left knee in. Let's see, should I be mirroring you now? Yeah. So if it looks confusing what side I have, ignore me. I'm trying to do the same as you, but sometimes it doesn't translate with the phone and the mirroring thing. Pull that left leg in. Sole of the foot is flat on the floor or mat. And it might be on the inside of your right thigh, or perhaps you bring it over that leg to allow for more twist. Use the knee to pull yourself up tall as you inhale. And then as you exhale, left hand comes back behind you. Begin to twist towards the knee. Next inhale, breathe just a little bit more fully into the lungs. And then as you exhale, follow the breath. Take a little counter twist the other way. Releasing through center, extending that left leg long. Take a little wiggle before sliding right knee in towards the body. Same options. Maybe we're here. Maybe you cross it over that left thigh. Take an inhale to get tall. As you exhale, start to spin towards the knee. One more inhale, a little bit more fully than your last. As you exhale, follow the breath, counter twist. Release through center. Bend the knees using hands behind the thighs. Start to slowly roll yourself down to the mat. As you land there, knees come into the chest, grabbing underneath or over. Pull them in close, inhale. As you exhale, kick left leg long. Hold that right knee in just a little bit closer. And then begin to rock it side to side. Slow down that movement. And perhaps beginning to move towards your whiskey breath. Breathing in for about 4 seconds and lengthening the exhale. About double. And those are just guidelines. You find how it serves you, but our goal is for the exhale to be twice as long as your inhale. One more inhale here. As you exhale, extend the leg long. Inhale, rises left knee into the chest, grabbing over or under the knee. Start to rock it side to side. Continuing that whiskey breath, that long, slow exhale. One more inhale here. As you exhale, extend left leg long. Allow the arms to float overhead. Get as long as you can from fingers to toes. Inhale. As you exhale, release the hands down by your side. Stay right where you are. I'm just going to tweak our music because it's repeating for some reason. Let those hands land by your side and make a choice here. Would you like the palms to face up towards the sky? Feeling a little more open to receiving, open to what is offered here. Or perhaps the palms are down, flat on the mat or the ground, feeling a sensation of grounding, of centering, of connectedness in this moment. And as you land here in what is our traditional resting pose, our traditional shape for Shavasana, keeping in mind that you are an empowered decision maker and that you know what your body needs. Make a choice here. Is this the shape, the posture, the position where I am most comfortable, most relaxed, most served and supported in these next couple of minutes of stillness and just being? Or is there another shape, another posture, another movement that my body needs here? You may even choose to find a place with small movement throughout Shavasana. Maybe it feels unrealistic or does not serve you to be still. Approach this rest as an exploration, just as we have this practice thus far. Exploring and finding, where can you just be? Where can you shift from a state of doing to just being? To being here, to allowing whatever is. Allow your breath to begin to deepen. Breathing in just a little more fully. And releasing out all of that breath. Take it a few more times, breathing in just a little more deeply. Letting go of the breath completely. And as the breath gets really full here, if the body craves a movement or a stretch, allow yourself to take that. To take a circling, a stretch, a movement, or a yawn. And pausing wherever you are. Whatever shape that your body is in is exactly where you're meant to be. Pause here. Place one hand over the heart, the other over that, and inhale. Exhale, let go. Allowing your breath to return to being uncontrolled, to flowing naturally. And feeling that sense of connection between the heart space, the breath, and this moment. And as you breathe into this connection of being exactly as you are here, I'll share a short poem entitled Who You Are by Dana Folds. Who you are is so much more than what you do. The essence shining through heart, soul, and center. The bare and bold truth of you does not lie in your to-do list. You are not just at the surface of your skin, not just the impulse to arrange the muscles of your face into a smile or a frown, not just boundless energy or bone-wearying fatigue. Delve deeper. You are divinity, the vast and open sky of spirit. It is the light of God, the ember at your core, the passion and the presence, the timeless, deathless essence of who you are that reaches out and touches me. Who you are transcends fear and turns suffering into liberation. Who you are is love. And so breathing into all that you are in this moment. Perhaps choosing to remain where you are physically. Or perhaps coming up to a tall, comfortable seat or space that serves you a little more comfortably. Releasing that connection from heart with that physical touch of your hand, but maintaining that mental, that spiritual, that emotional connection with what has been created here in this practice. As you inhale, slowly rise the hands up with the breath. Palms come together at the peak, and exhale to heart center. Inhale, rise high. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, slowing it down. Pausing with thumbs at the third eye, a reminder to consciously cultivate kind thoughts. To your lips to choose to speak kind words. And to your heart to engage in kind action. Namaste. Thank you, friends. Thank you for practicing with me. Thank you for joining me and the New Bedford Wellness Initiative for Gentle Kripalu Yoga this morning. I am so grateful and honored that you choose to practice with me. I'm so grateful and honored that the New Bedford Wellness Initiative continues to trust me to lead you in this class, to allow that honor for me. So thank you. Thank you all for continuing to show up, for being you, for being here with me. If we're not friends yet on Facebook, on social, on YouTube, all of those fun things, you can find me, you can follow me, you can see what else I'm doing. I am so pleased to continue offering you this class through July. So please continue to come back every Wednesday, 9 to 10. And until I see you next, my friends, be safe, be kind, and be well. Namaste. Oh, and let's do the pan over, because if I don't show where Penny is, it never fails that I get a question, where's Penny at? She's resting today. She's being a little snoozy support on the sidelines. Have a wonderful day, friends. Thanks for practicing with me.